Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we're doing a journaling video. I haven't done one in quite a while, and I've been wanting to. My channel has just been really busy lately, you may have noticed. So look at my journal. This is 2 months and almost a week from 2024 of my journal. I'm using a Happy Planner dot grid bullet journal, and I'm using it most days. Sometimes there's a little gap, but like we're really using the thing. So I'm like, this one, here's a gap, but I'm really having fun decorating this. And like I said, using it, I've been doing this little like 1 line per day. I've shared that on Instagram, but I can show you my February one. I don't know what I started that day, but maybe I can go back in my planner and figure it out. So we've got the journal. Now, today is March 6th, and I have this set for March 7th and 8th. So you may be able to see a little bit behind that white here. When I originally was setting these up, I skipped a page accidentally and put this as March 5th and 6th. And I was like, well, instead of that, we're just gonna cover this up. We'll do March 7th and 8th. And then we can move to some more days. So what's been working well for me with this journal is, let me back up. What works well for me with this journal varies. Sometimes pre-decorating doesn't work, and I feel like I'm stuck with whatever's on the page. Not stuck with, but sometimes I wake up and I feel like decorating. That was what I was dealing with a lot of last year. Every time I pre-decorated, it didn't work as well for me. But this year, I'm finding that pre-decorating is key, because just having it already set up for myself is really helpful, so that I write in it. Now, what's also been working for me is kind of going with this rule of thirds. Having a third of the page already have stickers on it, and about 2/3 of the page not. Now, of course, that's not perfect math. I'm not counting the dots. I'm not using a ruler to measure. It's just kind of what's working. Like, there's a couple of stickers here, there's big lettering, and then I did quick journaling. I'm typically a morning journaler about the day before. So anyway, let's flip this page over to the 9th. And I closed my eyes and grabbed a bunch of different sticker books. Some of these are still in stock, some are not. I will, I guess, link whatever I can. And I was actually organizing my closet because I had a bookshelf full that has these big stickers, or a bookshelf collapse that has these larger sticker books. And I was like, you know what? We're just going to use these. I'm going to grab 5 of them and we are going to go. So again, I need March 9th and 10th, which is perfect because it's the weekend. So I have doodled florals here by Amber Plans Her Day. And some of these are more seasonal, some aren't. I'm just gonna go with like what colors are kind of speaking to me and what size stickers I feel like are speaking. And I kind of like these. I feel like they're a pretty March floral because they're a little bit pastel, and I don't know. Just feel like they work nicely, and the size of them is also really good for what I like to do here. So I think I was just speaking really loudly because I could hear my laundry in the background, but it sounds like it just ended. So I can not whisper, but I feel like I was trying to speak over it. So we'll just put these down. I also pulled out a sticker book of quotes in case there's a day or a set of days where I feel like I need more than just different stickers. So let's take maybe this one, and then one more little bouquet here. And with journaling, or setting up my journal anyway, I really don't put too much energy behind it, or too much thinking behind it. We just kind of put down what feels good and go from there. The only thing that can be challenging with this is because I can't take the pages off the discs. It's a little bit tougher sometimes to do this like cut around type of thing, but it's not impossible. So we'll cut these. Definitely not cutting that page properly. I can't quite get the angle. And then we'll do the same thing here. And here. And sometimes I letter the dates, sometimes I sticker the dates. It's really whatever I feel like. So again, it's March 9th and 10th. Throughout this video, you'll probably see me checking back on that several times because I often mess up the dates. So right here, because we have some space, I'm looking for larger stickers. Like this one. We'll take 2 of these. I'm also realizing that when I said we haven't done a journaling video in a while, you probably recently saw one last week. It's just that when I'm filming this, that video hasn't gone up yet. So I was not confused, but I forgot that video was going up. March 9th and 10th. I like these big stickers here. Now, I still am feeling like this is a decent amount of space and it's a little overwhelming for me. So that's a really good indicator for me if I need to include something else, because if I look at this and I'm like, how am I going to fill all that space? That's when it's time to maybe bring in a quote. So my go-to is Rainbow Quotes by Kel of a Plan. It may be a little bit challenging to find a color match here, so probably black will be good. You know what? We're going to do this. You know you're an adult when you are excited to go home, because this is going to be a busy weekend and I'm going to be out pretty much all the weekend. So I will definitely be excited to go home. And then we're also going to take Make Today Count. And this doesn't take up a lot of space. It just sort of makes this a little bit less overwhelming for me because I think I'm still a pretty new journaler. So there we go, 2 pages set. Now let's shift over to March 11th and 12th. I'm going to grab Fruits and Florals by Live Love Posh. This is one of those like fun sticker books that I don't use nearly enough and is very summery, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So let's put this down. And I like that these sticker books have bigger stickers because they help fill in some of the space. Let's put this here because when I fold the page, or there you go, it works. This works nicely with paper stickers, I think a little better than clear. And then we'll take this one and maybe even just right here. Not everything has to be the top and the bottom of the page. And let's do this, maybe right over here. I think that that's pretty. Still seeing a lot of empty space. So I'd like something else over here. I think we'll take this larger one and put it down. And then we need my scissors because we've got to cut here and here. So even though I can't pull the page out, kind of turning it helps. So if we get the date across the top here, now we only have this to write in. If I get the date, then we have this to write in. So this time, let's letter it. So I want to do March 11th and 12th. And I think this will just go with some cursive. And the same. And you can do this as big or small as you want. But adding that in helps to use up some of the space, which is a common theme in my journal. This is seeming fine. This is looking fine to me. So we're just going to go to the next. And the thing is, if March 11th comes and I feel like I don't have that much to write down, I might prompt myself with something, or I might come in and add more stickers. There's definitely more stickers I can use here. And so this isn't like always going to be the final thing, but for now, it's a good starting point. It's better for me as a starting point than a blank page. And that's really what I'm going for here. All right, ready for March 13th and 14th. So I guess Hidden Jungle by Castetic Plans is another one that I mean, all of these I grabbed randomly, but another one that I haven't had a chance to use a ton of, and I think it would be really pretty here. So what I'd like to do is actually kind of create this pattern. I love seeing some people's really creative journals and how they do like waterfall tabs and all of that kind of stuff. It's really beautiful for me to look at. I don't want to say I'm not capable of doing something like that, but anytime measuring is involved, I tend to struggle. So I really think that I've found my journaling piece, I'll say, with the way that I have mine set up and how I use it, because I don't feel, this way, I don't feel overwhelmed when I look at it. I don't feel that anything has to look a certain way. I'm afraid that if I tried one of those like waterfall style tabs, I'd mess it up and then I wouldn't want to use the journal. So I feel like my vibe in my journal is somewhat creative, but for beginners, journaling for beginners. And I like how these are sort of coming down and they're helping to fill the space. Again, the goal is make the blank page pretty and less overwhelming. Because now we have this and this. Okay, and I'm wondering if even I do the date up here and then maybe the date down here. What are the dates we need? The 13th and the 14th. So let's go back to date it, or this is a different one. I think we'll go, maybe we'll do the cursive ones here because I feel like this is kind of that style to go a little fancier. I wonder if I could do it here. Like we date right there. No. If I put March and then the date, let me just brainstorm this for a sec. Then we have this. If I put March and then the date, we don't have as much space down here, but we do actually. So you know what? Let's try it. I don't think that I would open this and be like, I hate that. I'm not going to write in it because I don't like that I put that sideways. Some things are just not that deep in life. And where the stickers in my journal are, it's definitely one of those things. 13 and 14, right? I told you I was going to double check the date a lot. March 13th and March 14th. Okay, 13th and 14th. Now we're going to do 15th, 16th. So I have two more sticker books here. I have a Year of Planning Whimsy Luxe because I wanted to do the 17th for St. Patrick's. And well, this was the only intentional grab, I will say. This I took out intentionally. But then we have Chic Spring, which is one of last year's, I think, Live, Love, Posh spring sticker books. So I don't think that these blue and pink florals are my favorite, which is okay, right? Not every sticker in every book is going to be something that I love, but what I do like to do is use them in my journal because I may not want this in my spread for a whole week. Well, no, I feel like I'm saying that wrong. I think that if I used these in my spread, I would feel a little like they're almost a little bit loud for me. And I don't know how much I would enjoy filming a video having these as the entire weekly spread, but they are pretty. And I don't mind seeing them across 2 days in my journal, especially because I use less stickers in my journal than I do in my planner. So while looking at that page feels a little loud to me, looking at these pages doesn't, because we're just going a little bit lighter. That's really pretty. And then maybe we'll do something across the bottom, like you can take this pink, because I still feel like this is too much space. So we'll take this pink one out. Let's take the sticker remnants off and kind of just cut an even bottom part here. Then we'll do the blue. This one is already cut, so it's easy for me. And then, oops, a little bit wrinkled. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's just the journal. And take another pink one. You could also cut this while it's still in the sticker book. If you don't want to do it with the scissors the way I am, you could use a craft knife or something like that. Okay, this is pretty. It still, to me, looks like a lot. I mean, like a lot of empty space. So we need to put in the dates. And this time I'm going to do some different lettering, but I'm going to go tall. So I'm going to take up a chunk of space. This is probably what? Maybe an inch? Now, March is a really easy word to do this with because it's short. If I were trying to fill this space with February, we might have to go a little bit smaller. But we'll take March and then do it again here. Really filling the space in so it's less overwhelming. I don't know what it is about what it is about a blank page that feels like it stresses me out, but it does. And 15, 16, right? Okay. So I want to color these in. I'm trying to find the right shade of pink here because this is going to be too fluorescent. Yeah. I could tell immediately that that one was not going to work. That's not the right color at all. What about this pink? A little bit, right? It's a little purple. It's okay. The goal here is not to be perfect. The goal is to give myself a canvas that inspires me to write down a little bit about my day. And I think that now that these are down, this color is down, it's not a horrible match. If I were putting bullet points in my planner with this color, I probably wouldn't do it, but I think it's okay. And now we're going to do 15 and 16. And just add a little bit of line here. Kind of like a little bit of a shadow. All right, perfect. Finally, we have the 17th. Now, I'm not going to do the 17th and 18th. I'm going to do the 17th and then I'm going to do a week in review because I don't like that Sunday would be here and then Monday would be here. So sometimes with my journal, I give myself the flexibility to change things however I want to because it's mine and that's the beauty. All right, let's take these. We'll put this clover kind of right here, maybe even this hat here. Let's put a rainbow. This sticker book I know is still in stock. Volume 2 is still in stock. So anything that's available, if you're interested, I'll link. Put this here. And we can take the word lucky. I think lucky would be fun, maybe down here. And maybe some florals with it. Maybe on each side of lucky. That would be cute. Now we also have these little gold coins. So put those there. We'll put one here. I was thinking of sprinkling them throughout, but then I felt like it was going to interrupt my writing, and I didn't want to do that. Two, and then one right there. Okay, now this I want to say week in review. I was looking for, oops, I think I just knocked you over. I wanted to find my Papermate Dryline, not Papermate Dryline Ultra, Papermate Flare medium tip pen. We're going to write week in review. And this is enough space for me to recap my week. And over here, we want this to be for March 17th, but maybe instead of writing March 17th, I will take the sticker that says St. Patrick's Day, because I know it's March 17th. And now I have this amount of space. And I think we're finished. I mean, I don't know how long this video is, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh, that was so crooked. 9 days and a week in review all set up, which is awesome. So pull out some random sticker books, put on a TV show or my video, and just create a couple of pages. I was chatting with someone the other day who was having trouble getting started in their planner, and I said, just create. You know, if the stickering part is the part you enjoy, just do it. Forget about what week it's for. Forget about what the plans are for. Just put it down. Get that creative bug back and create. So I'm happy because now that this is finished, I know that I am set for the next, today's March 6th. So I'm set for the next 10 days in my journal. And you know what? If there's a day where I decide I really need this whole space to journal and I don't want to do these 2 days, I have no problem, like you saw here, just covering something up because this is my safe space. Yes, I'm sharing it here on YouTube, but there's no rules. It's just my journal, and the rule is whatever I decide it is that day. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. And thanks for spending time with me today. I will see you next time.